What's good? Good morning. I don't know about you, but money is tight in my life. However, over the years, I've been trying to learn to shift my mindset around money and to broaden my mindset to allow abundance to find me. For the longest time, I was so heavily resistant to the whole concept of abundance finding someone and of manifestation because I grew up, with the program imprinted within me. You have to work hard to succeed in life. And there is truth in that statement. I do believe you should work hard, but I think the way that it gets programmed into us is that there's guilt associated with it and a lot of negative emotion and negative charge, which actually repels abundance and it has the opposite effect of manifestation. And so I've been trying to deprogram that part, the negative energy associated with work hard to succeed, that idea. But then also, I've been trying to shift what abundance means to not be so solely specific in that having X number of dollars in my bank account, which would be nice to have a lot of money in my bank account. Don't get me wrong, and that's part of the goal. But in this example, let's give an example. Safeway was running a sale on these little Baby Bell cheese things, and I love these. Normally, one of these things is like $10.99. It's got how many in here? 12. So normally it's $10.99. Right now they're on sale for $5.99, which is an insane deal. I actually had another one, the Gouda one, but I ate them all already. I'll have to buy another one. But they have all these different varieties like white cheddar and Monterey and mozzarella and Gouda. They have a Gouda one, which is really good. And I generally, my evening meal is just beef jerky or some sort of, meat stick type product, some cheese and some hummus. That's just, what I've found works well with my body and my budget. Because, if I had my choice, if my budget was, not an issue and I didn't live in a minivan where cooking wasn't a pain in the butt, I'd just be having steak every night. Oh, my body loves steak. My body loves meat, which, is bittersweet. It's nice to know what my body enjoys, but there is a certain sadness associated with the fact that death is a necessary part of my sustenance. But I mean, there's like a universal message there. Death and rebirth is literally a universal cycle. But, I care for the animals, or my heart goes out to the animals that have to die to support me, which is one reason I've been drawn to this idea of animal husbandry. And I think maybe from a religious context, you could also think about something that is halal or like kosher. Essentially, you need to take care of the animals in a meaningful way. You need to provide them a good quality of life while they are on this planet. Even if their end goal is to become food, you still need to treat them well with dignity, honor, and respect. And modern agricultural practices are pretty much the exact opposite of that. And that is one reason why, a big reason, I'm trying to manifest a homestead like lifestyle for myself. I want to be able to raise a little bit of my own livestock. I want goats and chickens and some ducks and maybe some other animals like an emu or something. But honestly, I don't even want to butcher my own goats. I know it's I need to figure it out because I'm going to bond with them. I might end up just doing some trading, like, reproducing the goats, having goat kids, and then trading the kids for I don't know, just because I don't want to butcher the animals I raise. I know that sounds crazy, but that's my own personal problem I need to work through. I've been learning about dispatching chickens, and even that, I'm like, dang, man, I have to do that. I have to kill the chicken. Oh, shoot, I said the K word. Oh, well, I'm not monetized. It doesn't matter. Not yet. But speaking of manifesting, please like, comment, share, subscribe, do all the things to help me get monetized, because that will expedite my abundance manifestation. I also want a tractor. Oh man, do I want a tractor. Because you need a tractor if you're going to do a little bit of farming. And so, to circle everything back, maybe close up the loop, budget is really tight right now. Hours are light at work, and the cost of living is just continuing to go up. But I am open. I am open to allowing abundance to find me in a variety of ways. I am no longer solely focused on this idea that I need to work myself to the bone to be deserving of abundance. Abundance is all around us. The universe is infinite. Resources are essentially infinite. There's a temporal component that you have to take into consideration, but essentially resources within the universe are unlimited. It's just accessing them and all the other complexities. But the people who have programmed our reality have programmed this scarcity mindset into so many of us. So many of us, so that they have successfully altered the collective unconscious, which has permeated the masses' minds, which perpetuates the problem. And so when you hear us hippie spiritual people talking about things like breaking the programming, breaking generational traumas, when talking about elevating the collective unconscious, that includes things like raising awareness to this idea that we do not lack resources. We do not at all on this planet at the current moment, at the current population levels. We don't lack resources. We lack sovereignty. We lack agency. And we lack the ability to go produce what the planet can provide from us without major restrictions and hoops that we have to jump through. That's kind of the goal of the ruling class, is to consolidate. And if you watch any of my videos, I almost always bring this point up. The ruling class's goal and objective is to consolidate power and resources. And they see you and I as just ordinary citizens as a resource. And so when I say like we lack agency and sovereignty and things like that, they have constructed this legal system of a state that controls so much of our lives and what we can and cannot do, and then it elevates the costs that the entry costs into various industries and life choices. It taxes the crap out of us, and it keeps us in these low vibrational mind states, so that way we just don't seek to break out of the system. We call it the Matrix. That's getting a little old. We need to think of something different. I like to call it like the problematic paradigm. And one way we can dismantle that is by first fixing ourselves. And so I'll end the video here talking about how I've spent the last several years trying to reframe how I view abundance and how I allow it to enter my life. That is how you break the matrix. That is how you elevate the collective unconscious, is that you fix yourself, and then that goes out into the field and it influences others. Totally random video talking about cheese and abundance, but yeah, that's life. Thank you very much. Much love.